Well, I mean, would it be easier to just have Deckins, like, transport people over the islands?
She says no, and the five souls on the current island that Alistair and them occupy are quickly teleported over to this landmass.
So anyway, is there anything that I know from my schooling about how if someone were, is there any protocol for if someone were to be deposited in an extra dimensional space or another alternate dimension, what kind of things they would do to get back home? Like, is that anything you learn in Pokemon school?
Well, let's see. Let's give it a roll. Do a 1d20 plus 6. I don't remember your int check. We're just going to go with that for now.
We checked last session, didn't we? Like, our options were we needed to get Hoopa or Palkia, and one of those seemed less crazy than the other.
One seemed less crazy.
Well, I mean, okay. Oh, God.
So apparently, I got an 11 on the knowing if how to escape, like if there's any like stop, drop, and roll to get back to your dimension.
Stop, drop, and roll until you're in the material plane again.
Well, we have learned that this plane of existence, if you will, can be affected by my amazing fist.
You're really smart.
Well, oh, geez.
Is there anything that Amber has on her that she knows or that we can maybe...
Yeah, you begin to approach Amber and Crystal, and you ask them if there is anything that is possible to be done. You are fairly certain. You know that the Pokemon universe has contingency upon contingency plans in order to make sure that everyone kind of goes to their proper place. And you know this thanks to your friendship with Giratina. So,
awesome.
With that, Crystal approaches and says, I think our first bit of order is to regroup. I think we should do that before we discuss anything. She shouts over to Murdoch and says, hey, we're going to come over to you.
Yeah, that would probably be best, as I do not have the lower body strength.
Well, I mean, would it be easier to just have Deckins, like, transport people over the islands?
She says no, and the five souls on the current island that Alistair and them occupy are quickly teleported over to this landmass.
Oh,
good God!
Too, sure.
Oh, alright,
Fine.
Jump from... If everything's sideways, can I, like, jump from my platform over there?
Oh.
Sil Valley has that strength, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot I can ride him. Okay, yeah, so we head over.
All right. You leap on over and land on this plane, grabbing the Decidueye, I assume?
Would I? It's not mine. I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess I grab it. It's the bad guys, though, isn't it?
It's still a Pokemon's. I mean, it's up to
Yeah.
you. It's up to you. You don't have to grab it.
I'd bring it. You're right. It's still a Pokemon's.
Okay. You all land over there sideways, and Crystal heads out to the center and she projects out some kind of like sphere and begins to chant in an ancient language. She seems to go on for a little while, and Amber just goes, "Oh no, that's not helpful here." And
No.
They're not going to understand this. So Crystal just kind of steps back for a moment as Amber brings out some paper and a pencil and begins drawing two things on it. I'm going to transfer you guys to this other spot.
Can I look over her shoulder and see what she's doing?
She's drawing a graph.
Okay. Can I tell what she's doing or no?
She is drawing a graph. That is
Math, I'm out.
And there we go.
This is a Venn diagram of people who are screwed. And
As you can see, it's just one circle, and all of us are in it.
I'm kind of confused as to what we're talking about, but I believe it.
Let me explain, and then you draw a butthole. This is us, and then
oh yeah, I know how to get out of here. I watched Thor Ragnarok.
And she, can you see this graph that I'm drawing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, she explains that, well, the way space-time kind of works for us mortals, at least, she clarifies with Crystal. Crystal just nods. She says, essentially, have you heard the story of, it's a really bad story, they made it into a movie, but have you heard the story of the Celebi that died in the forest? And
Back to the Future?
Yes.
she is referencing Pokemon Forever.
Forever. Yes.
She says, in that story, at a particular point in time, a Celebi was killed at a certain point, and the rest of its self came back and forward in time to save it. Have you seen this?
Okay, that sounds really,
Wait, I think they're onto something. Go on.
I don't think that's how time works. I say, like,
What do you know?
expert.
It's very. I'm actually with Eddie on this one. Time is not something that we're meant to observe in its true fashion.
Yeah, whatever he said, as long as he agrees with me.
Amber pipes up and says, actually, you're right on that. We as mortals cannot travel like that. We don't exist like that. However, these two Pokemon, specifically Celebi, and she's got her other line over here, and Hoopa do. Celebi is there. In our multiverse, there is only one Celebi, but thanks to time travel shenanigans, there are an infinite number of Celebi. And she then takes this line over here and says, we are currently at this point in space-time, and we have just killed, or defeated, I'm not sure, the Hoopa at this point. So what we need to do, if we want to stand a chance of getting out of here, is getting a Hoopa from another point of space.
So, how...
And I'm just like nodding, like that makes perfect sense. I completely understand.
Essentially,
All right.
time is one point on a potential axis we're going on. Space is another. So space is all the possible causalities that could happen at this very moment. Time is that moment at which you're looking at space.
Exactly
So
what I was thinking.
I'm sure you were.
Matter of fact,
we defeated Hoopa here, but there does exist a version of this moment in which Hoopa was not defeated, and Hoopa can transition between those moments. That's what I'm saying.
have a theory.
So,
I
could we
have a
bait
theory.
the other one? Alright.
Yeah, let me just try something. This worked last time, so I'm gonna turn away from the group and try and punch the universe again.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Maybe you shouldn't.
You kick the universe. Roll mega kick.
All right, look, hold on. I mean, last time that didn't really work out.
Advertisable, hang on.
Where did you go, you little character sheet, you? There you are. Don't you hide from me. Come here, beautiful. All right.
So anyway, how did your characters all die? Well, you see, what happened is we were all...
Here it goes, kid!
Someone decided to punch
Oh
Oh my God.
What happened?
Oh no.
Oh man. Okay, so Murdoch, completely brushing past Amber, has then gone over, took out his mighty maglite, smacks the universe clockwise as it turns upside down.
Oh
The universe is now upside down, and you are falling up, which is down.
Why are we worried?
no! Wait! Shit! I'm on my deckins. We can orient ourselves however we need.
I use gravity. Let me just read up what it does.
I grab Zug Zug and prepare for the inevitable end.
I use gravity, and I'm like holding everyone, and if we land somewhere, I make sure to kind of let Murdoch down a little bit. Like, he kind of gets let go a little bit early. Oops.
Bad.
Because of the way you all are currently positioned, gravity now is affecting upwards. So, Alistair, you land here. Akari lands here. Your psychic? This Pokemon? What is this? Espeon. Espeon is falling downwards really, really far.
Oh, no.
If you want to interfere, you can. Someone will have to interfere on your behalf.
Anything applies.
I could go get him.
Okay. Yeah, Jade, give a speed check.
What do you want me to roll for that?
What is your speed? Do you know offhand?
Speed? What, you want dex for that?
No. Remember, we updated the character sheets. You are now going by speed.
Also, if that fails, I might be able to pull out the Pokeball and go, like, return.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I was just going to give everyone the opportunity to be...
Like,
to try and grab it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's within, like, I think it's a 60-foot range or something, right?
You have +8 to acrobatics, sweetie. So.
Alright, mine's like really high.
So if you want to do a d20 +8, you can. Silvally has fallen up to this location.
Oh God, wait.
Okay. You can react. You can react.
I guess I'd recall him the moment I saw he started falling.
Okay. The Decidueye falls upwards and lands right there.
Still knocked out?
Yep, still KO'd.
Oh dear.
No, actually, it woke up from that. It's like, it was just sleeping this whole time.
Well, he's not dead.
Why'd you roll
Right.
22?
Huh?
You only get +8.
Alright.
It's fine. That's plenty. You can ride up and catch it.
18. Okay.
All right. After the universe is kicked and Jade catches Espeon. Does it have a name? I don't remember.
Espeon, if it is, I forgot to put it on the sheet.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You forgot your
I
own
think it was
Pokemon's
Shadow.
name?
Shadow.
All right.
Shadow!
Once you do that, Shadow reaches out to you, and you guys can meet up again.
Its name was Hush. It is. You did put it on
Hush.
your character. You did put it on the character sheet.
Okay, yeah, there we
you
go.
go.
Hush.
Anyway, Alistair, make a d20 check. Let's add 4. I don't quite remember. Okay, yes. You do sense a giant ripple and a distant laughter happening again.
God!
And you hear